edition of FLX Weekly here at FingerLakes1.com on January 16th, 2019. We're live inside the FingerLakes1.com studio where I'm joined by Sydney Rogers, Josh Durso, and Jim Sinacrobi.
We're all here.
Good afternoon.
I'm back in my spot,
Yes,
even though
you
I
are.
wasn't even added.
Yeah,
My
I
name's
forgot
not
to.
even in
When I
there.
made the script
Thank you.
last night, I forgot to change that.
Oh, Josh
Rude.
wanted to
I
be
couldn't
number
even.
one.
I couldn't even
Yeah, you know.
remember if I changed the date this morning. When I was thinking about it, I was like, "Did I even change the date?"
Rude.
I knew the date for once. That's good.
Welcome back,
Hello.
Sydney.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yes.
It's nice to have you back again.
I know. I'm sorry I missed.
Yeah, it's okay.
Last
Okay,
week.
missed
We
you.
survived without you.
Yeah.
You did. Yeah. You've done it long before me, too, so it's okay.
Well, we always miss you when you're gone.
Oh.
Anyway, you guys have been busy, right? Here at FingerLakes1.com
Yes, we
this
have.
past year.
Oh,
the
yeah.
site has been busy. Let's talk about the traffic that you guys have had on FingerLakes1.com. this
Yeah,
year.
sure. Let's do that. We aggregated it all at the end of the year.
Like we do every year.
Yes.
Took a look at it, and it's been pretty amazing. I mean, 1,012,390 unique users visited Finger Lakes One on their desktop, phones, and tablets in 2018. So that's a lot of people.
Oh my god.
It's a lot of humans.
That's a lot
Lot
of
of
people
humans.
in the Finger Lakes and
Wow.
beyond.
Well, so, yeah, and beyond. So
That's people. That's not
it's
clicks.
users. It's not even. See, it's not people because one of those people could have been three people sitting at their computer. This,
Right.
look at the screen, but it's
True.
different users.
Wow.
And they visited a total of 4,620,104 times and logged over 21,495,426 page views.
You
Not
got
over,
that
exactly. 21,000,000.
Yes, there you go.
495,426 page views. And
21 million. 21 million.
pages that we served
Wow.
up in the past year on phones, desktops, tablets. And what I think is most impressive is the average visit. So of those 4.6 million visits, the average visit lasted for 3 minutes and 49 seconds.
Right, and that's like, if you think about it, that is a long time. Just sit there and read the whole article, browse.
Well, I mean, a lot of those users might come to the page and immediately leave it because they have it set as their home page or something. So for that still to be 3 minutes
Right,
and
the
49
average.
seconds, I think that's a pretty strong number of times.
And as a point of reference for folks in the publishing world, a lot of organizations are just trying to get users to stay for 35 or 40 or
Exactly.
50 seconds.
Right.
Seconds, not minutes. Seconds.
Yeah.
Wow,
That's
we're
awesome.
like really good.
So the other thing about those numbers is they don't even account for the hundreds of thousands of times that Finger Lakes One is in front of people on their mobile devices or desktops through our mobile apps, push notifications, posts to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and like I said, people watching the same thing on the screen at the same time. So, like, every time someone gets a push notification, they don't necessarily tap it to go to the story, but they are still getting information from Finger Lakes One. Because a lot of times they'll say, oh, there's a fire in Auburn. Okay, well, I know about that, but I'm not interested in learning more. So we, and sometimes a brief weather update or something where people actually just get enough information from the push notification, they don't tap on it, so that doesn't count as one of the 4.6 million visits.
Right.
Yeah,
But
right.
So,
It
and then
is crazy.
you look further than that. You look at how we're doing on social media, and our Facebook page is followed by 12,365 Facebook users. We have 6,281 followers on Twitter, which just got hedged a few months ago. Twitter did a big purge of inactive accounts, and we lost a couple thousand, but that's fine. We know that those are legitimate active users. And we just started our Instagram page in the spring. We only have 710 followers, but we don't.
can
We
get that.
should push more. We just post photos on there, some nice photos.
Beautiful
Yeah.
photos. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we launched our Snapchat account last month.
Yes, we did.
The underscore, what is it?
FLX
No.
underscore.
Well, it's FLX, Digital's
one.
username, but the count is
Should I look it up?
the underscore Finger Lakes One.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I think so.
Maybe we should do that.
You should probably look that up.
You have your phone.
And then there's our YouTube channel, where we reach local consumers on their smartphones and high-definition televisions, as well as tablets and desktops. And we have over 4,700 subscribers, 303,544 video views.
Wow.
What was that number?
303,544.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's kind of big for, like, local,
That's a
but in the world of YouTube, that's nothing.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
a drop in the bucket.
I know, but
for
for
YouTube.
us,
Yeah,
it's-
but for a local, I think
Yeah.
that's huge.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. It was just
Because
right
in the
there.
grand scheme of YouTube, our content appeals to a very, very, very
Exactly.
small number of users
Right.
on YouTube.
It's
So
actually
So-
Finger Lakes _1 is our name
Okay,
on
Finger
there.
Lakes _1. Thanks, Sydney, for
You're welcome. Sorry to interrupt, Josh. Please don't be mad at me.
Yeah, so don't worry, Jake Paul or others. YouTube
Jake.
stars.
Yeah.
We're not
Oh,
coming at you.
gosh.
But certainly a lot of local people consuming the video content like this podcast and our basketball games and our political shows and everything. And on Facebook, our videos were viewed an additional 170,000 times. So in all, you're talking about 500,000.
That's amazing.
The average video view on YouTube lasted 11 minutes and 57 seconds, too.
Wow.
So that's pretty good,
That's
too.
a long time, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I don't even
Yeah.
think I caught that in that. That is a long time.
And these statistics come from the source and the web traffic measured by Google Analytics. So we're pretty
Awesome.
scientific about getting that stuff accurate.
Yeah.
Where some of our competitors, I've seen them throw out numbers that are just not possible or not true. I know they're not true. Not
So
gonna
if you
name
don't
any
know,
names,
now you
but-
know.
But yeah.
He said it.
So, and then especially with the video views, I know like for our high school basketball games, we did a game last night, Gananda at Lions, and it already has over 800 views. There was 500 people watching live. But
It's amazing.
I'm sure that there were, in some cases, 2, 3, 4, 5 people sitting in the
Right.
living room
Oh,
watching
yeah.
at the same
Yeah.
time. They only count as one. So, why is the traffic so good? I think it's because we do a good job. I think Josh does a good job. And I just think we really have always been committed to providing value, to give people a reason to want to come. We're consistent every single day.
Yeah.
365 days a year, 24 hours a day. I mean, it's relentless. And, I base this whole business model on the fact that people care about that stuff. And so we're putting it out there unlike anybody else. So it's not surprising. And this has been a continual growth. Last few years, we really ramped it up. And then next year will be bigger, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
I actually saw it firsthand yesterday when my grandma was looking at the paper and she was looking at a Del Lago story, and I was like, wow, we published that literally like 4 days ago, and she's just now seeing it for the first time in the paper. And I was like, Graham,
Yeah.
Slap
it's
her?
your
Did you slap her?
tablet. Yeah, I was like, you're on your tablet 24/7 looking at all
the app.
this stuff. And she was like, oh yeah. And she's like, looks at all that stuff all the time. But that's that old school mentality
Yeah.
with the paper. I'm like, you're just finding out about it? Let me tell you the whole story because I already know.
Now, just the difference between that generation and the younger generation. I had 4 kids from Newark on the podcast Sunday morning, the Upstate Hoops podcast, and I said to them, now when Finger Lakes 1 comes to do a game, that gets you guys excited. They're like, oh yeah, it's always it feels like a big game. We go home and watch it right away after we love it. And I said, do you follow any of the other games we do, other teams? And they're like, yeah, we watch every one. And I said, what about
true.
like the radio? I said, you listen to other games on the radio because WAC and WGVA does games, and they looked at me like I was crazy, like it would be a crazy
Why
thing
would
to
I
do.
that?
And so,
Makes sense.
so to that generation, we are the media, and the traditional media is non-existent. Honestly,
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I say it all the time. I wish that you guys, like, if we had all this access to watching our games and stuff when I
Oh
was
my gosh.
so much younger.
so long ago.
So long ago. But like really, it's a big difference. And I
Yeah.
can imagine all the family members and everything. Not just with sports, but with everything.
When I was a
Right.
kid, we got our news. We'd have to go downtown, and there'd be a man on a box. And he would say, "Hear ye, hear ye."
Oh my god.
Yeah, and that's how we got our news.
You're not quite that
Wow.
old.
Stop.
I believe
Hear
it.
ye, hear ye.
Almost,
I
but you're not
hear
quite
ye.
that old.
The original town crier. That's what they used to. That's what the town
Yeah.
crier was.
Wow.
Oh,
That's a long time ago.
Oh my God.
So, anyways, yeah, I just thought it was. I think we're proud of those numbers, and I wanted to share them.
Yes,
On the
you
show.
should be. Congratulations.
Woo!
I
Good
think
job.
Standing
just to
here.
sort of put a cherry on top of that whole discussion, I think a lot of what we're seeing right now in the media is skewed away from local. Even local news in a lot of cases is not local. It's corporately owned, parent companies, that sort of thing. This company is actually local. It's an actually local company.
Yes.
And that makes a huge difference in terms of the product we're able to provide and the things we're able to do and the creativity we're able to install in what we're doing compared to some of our competition, just compared to some of the folks in some of the larger markets in like Ithaca, Rochester, Syracuse.
Yeah.
It's a big difference. So that's one of the areas where, we can think on a day-to-day basis, how do we want to do things differently? How do we want to change? And we can make those
You
changes
don't have to
without
bow
having
to our
to...
corporate overlords.
Yeah.
Just you.
Yeah. So, an example of that is Spectrum News on TV. You watch that sometimes. Those anchors are in Oklahoma. Where are they?
Oh,
They're
wow.
basically, they're all over, but each state kind of has its own little headquarters, as I understand it. And that's, I believe, the way they
So the
manage that.
anchors, people that you see on TV, are in Albany.
They're they're like recording multiple,
didn't
and a lot
realize
of
that.
traditional broadcasts are going to that method, where they're shooting multiple series of news. So like the 5 o'clock news
In
or the
different-
afternoon
oh,
news
yeah.
in different locations
Regions.
from one place.
Wow.
So
One of the
that's
things that
kind
always
of
excited
challenge.
me about media and made me fall in love with media to the point where it made my career is the fact that anything could happen. You're live. So if you're watching the 11 o'clock news and breaking news comes in and those anchors are reacting to it at the same time you are, or listening to live sports on the radio. When I was younger, Syracuse basketball games, there'd only be a dozen of them a year on TV. The rest of them I'd listen to on the radio.
Yeah.
And that type of intimate experience of a person sitting courtside describing the action to you, but you're so engaged. So those are things I love about media, and that's what we're always going to keep trying to do in this modern world, where I think traditional media, they're more focused on just trying to survive and less focused on really delivering a good product. So, I mean, it's ridiculous the amount of stuff we do. The amount of people that we brought into the studio, I should have
Yeah.
done stats on that.
Yeah.
let's think of it this way. So 21 plus million page views, 4 million users, however you want to slice it or look at it. It's a community. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all these social platforms that are talking about community, trying to build community, they aren't doing it. They aren't doing it right. A network like Finger Lakes One is actually doing it. It's actually having an impact on the community, and that is actually what's important. So
You guys are invested and passionate about the region and delivering news first.
You heard it here first.
that's right.
So anyways, we've got some photos, right?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Give yourself
do.
a pat on the back and go into the photos. Good job.
Okay.
We're gonna do some patting on the back of this photo lineup. This is
Are we?
this is an
Oh,
impressive
good.
lineup.
No,
Great.
don't
Get
do
ready,
this.
get ready, Sydney.
Okay, first up. This unique shot was one of the many captured by Mike Ryan along Mill Street in Auburn. Oh my God.
All right,
Is
people.
that a body of water?
Now is your opportunity. Log on to Finger Lake if you're watching on a computer. Log on to fingerlakes1.com and look at this photo. It is incredible. What you're seeing in the video window right now does not do this justice. It's crazy. It looks like a painting in the foreground, and it looks like a still in the back. It's insane.
Great.
That is insane.
Well, you got your vote for photo of the week, it looks like.
I don't think so actually.
Oh, you got more. All right, let's
Not even
boy.
top 3.
Okay.
Oh,
wow.
God.
Well, Bristol Mountain was lit up on this wintry scene by Jill Noon's Madden.
I love those shots of Bristol at night.
Oh,
You
skiing.
can see they're making sno.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's cool.
It seems like we get them so infrequently. At least pictures of Bristol.
No, you're right. You're right. Todd Tanner captured another impressive shot from the shores of Owasco Lake.
Oh, beautiful. Love it. Love the sun.
So pretty.
Good bench placement.
The parking lot was empty and the northwest wind made for a wavy day along Lake Ontario. This photo was submitted by Kathy Contant.
You don't
So
get a shot of
cool.
that lighthouse from so far away.
Right. No,
way
it
too
does.
cold for me in that picture.
Yeah, it
Clouds
looks
look low.
super cold.
Looks like you
Yeah.
could jump up and grab them.
It's true. Wow. Beautiful. Another shot by Kathy. This one from Sodus Bay where the rollers could be seen making their way to shore.
That's a cool picture.
A dark, murky day.
Yep.
Cold. So cold.
Making me cold.
All right. A dramatic aerial view of Sodus Bay from Chris Trine. The deep blue
Ooh.
of the water really stood out.
I like that.
Beautiful.
Now
That's a
there's
cool
that
picture.
is a really different shot than what we're used to seeing.
Yeah. Love it. This little guy was swaying in the breeze. This photo by Shelley Lannon.
Love it. So
Is that a
cute.
woodpecker? No. What is that?
No.
I don't know.
It looks like it almost has blue, like a dark blue feather from
Yeah,
this
look at
screen
that.
I'm looking at. I don't
It
know what
is.
looks
It
like.
is dark blue.
That's awesome.
Beautiful. A bitter cold morning along Keuka Lake from Brooke Gordon.
Brooke loves to
Pretty.
take that shot.
I know
We
it.
get a lot of those, but it's a really good place to take a picture
It
from.
really is. We get to see it all throughout the seasons.
I love it.
Cold.
Yes.
A lot going on in this photo from Sampson State Park, captured by Rachel Burkholder.
What the heck?
Whoa. What is that, like a ice crystal that turned into a water molecule or something?
What?
Yeah, that's too
is
big to be a
that?
water.
I wonder if it's on the lens, but no, I don't know.
Rachel.
I think it might have been something that she placed there
Yeah, like a
intentionally.
crystal ball.
Oh, well,
like
yeah,
a
that's
little,
what I was
a
thinking.
little
too.
glass object of some kind.
Yeah, well, good. Well played, Rachel.
I know, that's a good photo.
That's amazing.
I love seeing like when the ice is all like over the branches and stuff.
Yeah.
The lighting, man, excellent.
So gorgeous.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Another one from Rachel. This scene fit for a magazine from Preemption Road in Geneva. Oh my god.
I like that feel.
Oh, so gorgeous.
The colors are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Or the non-colors, whatever you would call it.
Beautiful. Mike Sargent captured this lady cardinal in his Farmington yard.
Good old Mike Sargent.
Aw.
Yep. Does a great job getting those birds. He somehow he
Little
gives them
cutie.
personality. Like that bird's got a little personality.
Little spunk to him.
Cute
Her.
little bird.
Female cardinal.
Little
Yeah.
lady.
Right?
Yeah,
the males
female.
It's
are
like
red.
pink.
Yeah, beautiful. Love it. Shelley Lannon captured a northern cardinal in this photo submitted last
There's a
week.
male cardinal.
Wow.
Back to back.
That's
Look at
awesome.
him.
Cardinals are great. Birds
He's
are great.
fierce.
They are. I
He looks
wish I knew how to
fierce.
take such good pictures.
Patience, I bet, with the birds is important.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Being quiet.
Very quiet. Last week we saw an interesting ice pattern. Here, Chris Trine captures another one.
Wow. Doesn't it look like you're like in a plane looking over at like something way far down?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Wow. Very
Wow.
interesting.
I
And
love it.
finally, a snowy owl that stood out nicely against the
Oh.
sunny blue sky. This photo was shared with us by Judy Goodman.
Wow. She's got a little sass to her. I can tell by
Mystical.
her eyes.
I would
Yes.
not mess with her.
I would. I would love to. Oh, wow.
Okay, you guys, that's all. I don't know how we're going to pick the favorite.
I'm not going first.
I am, because it's super easy. Look at that photo that's up on your screen right now, people. Take a look at that.
Oh, it's a little buddy.
What do you
well,
think?
I guess. So Josh picked the owl.
I picked the snow owl. Snow owl is my pick.
I'm going to pick the first one by Mike Ryan.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
That was.
The Mill Street?
Yeah,
The
that
Mill
was
Street shot, yeah.
I love
That's a
to make
great
it
one.
interesting because I had both of those.
Yes.
So I am going to do Rachel's a lot going on photo just because it's so interesting. Oh, yeah, I gotta go with that one.
The one with the glass
Yeah.
orb.
I kind of like Mike Sargent's female cardinal, and I liked all the ones you chose, but I think the one that was just the most unique and really made us stop and take pause was Rachel's. So.
Woo!
Yeah.
True.
I
there
actually
you go.
really, really like that one that I said had a feel, that scene fit for a magazine.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was-
off
Yeah,
of
I mean, they
Preemption
were all-
Road.
That was,
Was that Preemption
Preemption?
Road?
It's off Preemption Road, and I
yes.
really want to know where on Preemption Road that was.
Oh,
That was pretty.
Because
so pretty. Rachel, tell us what that is. She's probably watching and laughing right
The
now.
other
I
one,
know.
right? Oh, we don't know what this
Yeah.
one is, but we don't know where on Preemption Road the other one was taken.
yeah.
And like, was it like, did she have her hand there and her hand's not there? So is it on the ground? What is it? I'm like really leaning in. So
you are really concerned about that last photo.
Big marble.
A big
Yeah, but like,
marble.
how is it just? Did she crop her hand out? You know?
She's done some similar photos like that I've seen on Facebook with
Yeah, I
wine
think-
glasses at wineries and stuff
yeah.
like that. So
Shooting through them.
Yeah.
So beautiful. Well, congratulations, Rachel. Thank you all
Well
for
deserved.
sending your photos in from across the region. If you'd like to share your photos, click the link in the Submit Content section at the bottom right of our homepage here at fingerlakes1.com. I am so interested to hear what you have to say about the weather this
Me
weekend, Jim.
too.
We're not going to give you the forecast because it's changeable, right? They're saying that.
yeah, don't even. Okay, so right now I need everybody just to turn off whatever weather notifications they've been
Too much
getting.
hype?
Do not even. It's not even the hype. Literally, just nobody knows. So it could be 4, 5, 6 inches. It could be over a foot. It could be
2 feet.
miserable for 2
30
days.
inches.
It could be miserable for maybe just 6 or 7 hours. It could happen overnight, Saturday night into Sunday.
But either
It's
way,
just
we're gonna be
expect
miserable.
complications. If you're going on the road
Get a
this
shovel.
weekend, just expect to have some difficult travel. And leave it at that.
I'm doing makeup
Friday night, Saturday morning.
Oh,
Where?
That'll be good.
Friday night,
Rochester.
Saturday morning, you're golden. Saturday
okay.
afternoon, evening, Sunday morning, and Sunday afternoon look like they're going to be miserable.
My daughter's
Make
playing
sauce,
in a
pasta.
soccer tournament in Marcus Whitman, and the first game is on Saturday at 7:15 a.m.
Jeez.
Oh,
Why?
No.
Who?
early.
Why?
Who does that?
Yeah.
I know. I'm
idea?
like, I was like excited when we signed up a month ago. I'm like, yeah, you've been playing basketball. Let's play some soccer. I convinced her. I urged her to do it.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh my god. So we gotta get up about 5:30.
Yeah, that's horrible.
We can promise this because the weather will be so bad this weekend. There will be a snow day on Monday.
You think?
You can promise it.
Can 100% promise it.
Guaranteed.
Is it because it's a
Guaranteed.
holiday?
It's a holiday, so it's definitely going to
Oh,
be a snow day.
that's right.
Wow,
100%.
I got
Right.
that. I got
That's
your
right.
humor. I'm so proud of
Oh.
myself. Did you see that one of these weather news channels, they did like a forecast, but they put how many bottles of wine you would need depending on how many inches
Oh,
of snow.
that's interesting.
in the so it was like one of them was like 28 bottles of wine, and I was like, all right, we better stack up.
Well, that's like the people who undoubtedly
Go
are
back
going to
up.
hit the store on Friday, the grocery stores on Friday, and just clean out the bread, water, and milk. It would
Yeah.
just be
Milk
Milk
empty.
sandwiches. That's what I always
It's
see
like-
people saying. They're like, what are you really going to make with just bread and milk?
As if
Toast.
like any
Yeah,
place
I
in the
love
Northeast
toast.
wouldn't be able to get it. Even if we had like 30 inches of snow,
Yeah.
within 24 hours, you'd be able to get out and like assume your normal life. Like,
So how's it going to affect the Women March in Seneca Falls? Like, what are they thinking in terms of numbers this year?
they're
That's
they're
Saturday.
expecting slightly less turnout than last time around.
Yeah, because wasn't there like
So they had like 15,000 last time around. It seems like they're going around 10,000 this time. But with the weather added in, maybe some folks won't be willing to travel.
It'll go
The
down
weather
to, like,
actually looks like it'll be
4,000.
okay
Yeah.
during it
I have
because
no
it's in the
clue.
morning. So it'll be all wrapped up by 12, 1 o'clock.
Good.
And the worst of the weather will definitely be that
Right
night.
after that.
So,
You told me not to look at the weather, so I haven't. So I have no clue what it's.
well,
even
who doesn't
gonna
like
be
walking in the snow anyway?
Oh
I heard
yeah.
0 to 30 inches, and I went, what?
Isn't that a ridiculous range?
Choo-choo.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
That
like
is very
that's not a
ridiculous
forecast. That's literally
Yeah.
those are just
That's
numbers.
why I was so excited, and I was hoping that you had answers for me today, but you don't have any answers.
If I'm guessing, and I am not a meteorologist, this is just going to be my snow prediction.
Yes.
8 to 12 inches for most of the region.
Okay. We
Is
can
that
handle
still
that.
significantly like a lot? I mean, I'm not really thinking clearly right now, I guess, but like
That's
how?
enough to make you shovel and
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll
Get
give
a
you some
good
work.
shoveling workout in, yeah.
No, thank you.
You'll need the snow blowers. You'll need all that
I'm
stuff.
gonna
So
go buy one right now.
We bought a snowblower last year and we've used it like twice.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I can't complain because it hasn't been very snowy.
that's a
this
great
winter.
problem to have.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe not so much for TJ who bought it and invested in it, but
It'll don't worry. It'll last a long,
That's
long time.
right.
He can have it for 30 years, and that's
Yeah.
fine.
That's right.
Okay.
All
So
right.
there is some sports
Yeah.
going on
Yeah.
regardless of the weather this weekend. Syracuse beat Duke on Monday night. I don't know if you
Sure
caught
did.
it, but you know what I love are all the Duke fans. Like they're like, I'm going to be a Duke fan. You know, especially the younger kids that grew up since Duke has been like such a juggernaut in the world of college basketball and this, that. Like, I'm going to be a Duke fan. Well, why? Because, they're great and everything. Awesome. Bunch of dorks.
Why be a Syracuse
It was
fan?
a good game.
Because they're 40 miles away.
Yeah. 'cause
That's a
you
lousy
love the
reason.
game and
That's
part
a
of the
lousy. It's a
community.
lousy reason.
Why?
Oh.
Why else would
It's
you be
just-
affiliated with a sports team?
Why would you affiliate with a team simply on geography? That's insane.
Because they're
But you went to
it's in a
Syracuse,
backyard.
didn't you?
I went
That's
to
for
Syracuse.
you. That's different
So
because
Jim
that's
Boeheim
like
went from Lions.
Oh,
Like
hometown.
if
woo,
Syracuse
woo.
succeeds, you get to drive half an hour to go see big time college athletics.
yeah. But if everybody just liked their hometown team, it would be sports
It
would be the
perfect.
worst.
It's
No, it'd be
loyalty,
perfect.
Josh.
It would be
Loyalty.
She's very loyal too. She's a Buffalo's football fan.
Anyways, all you Duke fans that are making excuses because this guy was hurt or this guy was sick, too
Yep.
bad. We went down there, we kicked your butt in Cameron, first unranked team to beat Duke in 90 times.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Jim Boeheim peed his pants,
I literally
I
didn't know if that
saw
was
that.
real or not.
and he doesn't care.
He doesn't. No, it was a really great game. We were at Cicino's and ended up staying there the whole time to watch the game, and we were just a loud, obnoxious.
I love
Hey.
it. And since we joined the ACC, we've got a winning record against Duke. So
Oh.
Let's go.
And now it doesn't matter what Syracuse does the rest of the regular season, essentially, because they will get an
Well, they
automatic.
got a couple good
They'll get
road-
an at-large pick no matter what. Now
they got two good road wins, Ohio State and number 1 Duke, but they're still going to have to win 17, 18 games, which shouldn't be a problem.
shouldn't be an
I
issue.
can't make sense of it. But anyways, felt good.
Clearly.
They hope Syracuse back in action against Pitt on Saturday at 2 p.m. So the weather could play a factor there. But I remember going 2003 when we won the national championship, going to a Pitt game in January. It was -5 and about 2 feet of snow, and there was
Disgusting.
33,000 people
Yeah.
in the dome. Cornell basketball returns after a 10-day layoff to host Columbia at 4 o'clock in Ithaca on Saturday. And, of course, it's NFL Conference Championship weekend on Sunday. Got the NFC Championship game, the Rams versus the Saints in New Orleans at 3:05 on Fox, followed by the AFC Championship game, the Patriots at the Chiefs, 6:40 p.m. CBS. And everybody thinks the Patriots will not win that
Yeah,
game.
I'm
telling you
interested
now,
to watch.
that's like everybody thinking the Pats got that one won. They haven't won a road playoff game since 2006. PGA Tour's at the Career Builder Challenge at PGA West. That's some nice primetime golf for you to watch because they're out west. And Finger Lakes 1 will be in Newark on Friday night for Minders Newark. Hoping to have Gananda Blue Panther girls and boys basketball players in the studio Sunday morning if the weather permits. So that's all that's kind of going on here. And we have about, we got about another minute.
We did it.
Oh.
so what are you doing this weekend?
I have a wedding this weekend that I'm doing makeup for.
Wow, that's
Saturday morning.
It's a
I'll
cold
be home
wedding.
by like 1 latest.
That's a cold wedding. I don't know. I think I might not have anything to do. I don't know.
Ooh,
Weird.
fun. How about
go
you,
do
Josh?
something in the snow.
Marcus Whitman,
Sweating?
7:15 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
And then Sunday back in here, hopefully with those kids from Gananda, who, by the way, I went up to the Gananda head coach before the game last night. I called the game, and I usually go talk to the coaches before. I said, "Hey, Coach Thompson, how you doing?" He says, "Jim," he goes, "I got to tell you, my kids think that you are a superstar. They like are in awe when they saw you walk in. They love everything that you do. They watch every podcast. They come to practice. They talk about this and that." So I said, "Well, let's get them in the studio then, because I need my ego stroked."
I was going to say,
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna love that.
But just another example of the Finger Lakes one's penetration.
yes,
I
exactly.
think so. I was glad that he told me that.
Yeah, absolutely. Do a great job. Great work.
Well, good luck this weekend, everybody.
Yeah, stay warm and safe.
Yep.
All right, that wraps it up for us today. Thank you for joining us. If you enjoy the show, click like, share, and subscribe. We'll be back next week. Until then, have a great weekend here in the Finger Lakes. Stay warm.
Stay warm, stay safe.